I'm doing a full face of makeup that I am decluttering, and of course telling you why. First up is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is a product that I just don't understand why people like it. To me, it is extremely thick when applying it, so sticky that it's hard to spread, and anything that I put on top of it just looks terrible. Next up is the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I find it pills at like the slightest provocation. I have put this on over top of just skincare and I've had it pill, which is a shame because on the days that it does work, it has a really nice glowy finish, which I would show you except for the fact this is over top the Power Grip Primer. This is what that primer does to literally every single foundation I put on top of it. Concealer is also LYS. It's their full coverage brightening concealer, and to be honest, I just don't find this to be all that full coverage. I find myself having to layer up more, add more, and it just ends up looking cakey. It just doesn't look great. I don't reach for it ever. Now contour and bronzer are kind of both the same product, just different shades. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzers, one in the shade Feelin' Shady and the other in Tan Line. I don't find either of these to be like particularly bad products. I just prefer something a little bit creamier, and these are also getting a little bit old and dried out. I also don't find them to be anything particularly good or special. I've just been reaching for them less and less. Which I am going to be using that I'm getting rid of is the ColourPop Sticks blush. Honestly, I don't know if I really have a good reason for getting rid of this other than I just don't reach for it. It might just be because I'm not drawn to the shade, and honestly I have so many blushes that I really shouldn't be keeping any that I'm not truly in love with. This powder that I've chosen might be a little unfair just because it is a powder foundation, but I am decluttering the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. The reason it's going is because I never reach for it. I don't ever want to use a powder foundation, so I don't use it for that purpose. And I did originally get it in hopes of using it as a setting powder, but I have found it to be way too cakey looking to do that. Watch what happens when I put it under the under eye. Way too heavy. The highlighter that I'm decluttering is this ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter Palette. It's the shade Might as Shell. I got it because of the pink and the purple down here. I thought it would be fun to have some fun colors as options for highlighter, but I am just not that girl. This formula as a whole is also more glittery than what I prefer for a highlighter. It's pretty if that's the type of look you like though. There's only one eyeshadow I'm going to be decluttering right now, and that is this e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow stick. I have a preference for powder eyeshadows. I also don't find this to be the most blendable product, and it's got little reflex of blue in it, so I just never reach for it. The last product that I am decluttering, this Patrick Ta Plumping Gloss. I just don't like spicy lips. That is the whole reason. You also end up getting it in your mouth, so your tongue starts to feel spicy, the back of your throat does as well. This is sounding like an allergy, but it's not, I promise. I do have allergies to peanuts, and it doesn't feel the same as that. I just don't want to be in discomfort when applying a lip gloss.